We're back. And look at that. Jamie's like in a chipper mood. He's actually not worn down. Even I think that all is adrenaline because he's been running around.
I'm up on Mountain Dew.
Woo! No. Let's go. No, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. This is Total Spotfest. We are coming at you with a little go home action. Go home for Double or Nothing. As AEW begins their 1 week residency in Las Vegas. Can we?
Yeah.
We're hip like that and everything, but thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Those of you joining us live, we appreciate you guys hopping on while we're here. You could definitely hop in the chat at any point in time. There's a little bit of delay, but we will make sure to answer your questions or comments, or if you call us fat and ugly, we will retort in kind. Just saying, but it'll be a little delayed. But no, for those of you watching the replay, thank you guys for giving us some of your precious time. As always, you leave a comment down below anywhere you are listening or watching to us. If you're on YouTube, please don't forget like, subscribe, share. It does help us out quite a bit. And as always, you can reach us on the internets at Total Spotfest on Twitter. Ooh,
damn Skippy.
Try to mix up. So I hate it. Maybe it's a pet peeve. I don't know, but you watch YouTube, you watch Twitch, you watch all this stuff, right? And inevitably you have the same shtick that you do when you start, or you just. I'm trying to do it different, but I think that every time I try to do it different, I just make it wordier and wordier.
You do. Less is more, sir. It's like, hey, like, subscribe, bitches.
I know.
Conversation.
I'm trying to reinvent the wheel, and I'm gonna stop doing it.
Why? The wheel's already there.
I know. That's my tinkerer notion. So enough about me. How are you doing, Jamie? Because like I said, you have been running around crazy, but it's that time of year for you, so whatever.
I kind of feel like Schrodinger's cat a little bit, like just there's a deep cut for anybody there. But no, seriously, life's been a bit crazy, but all is good at the Faulkner house, and we get to talk about wrestling. We get to go see some wrestling up here in the very near future. So yeah, life is good.
Yeah, more to come on that. When Jamie mentioned something to me yesterday about that, I go, "Excuse me," because I just assumed until like the end of summer, it was like there's no wrestling trips for us, but maybe we'll let you know. We got one. So, all right. Well, there's not a whole hell of a lot going on outside of just everything's happening in Vegas. So lots of indie promotions are doing stuff around Double or Nothing. It's just a good time for us to reiterate. Support indie wrestling. Fight TV is your best friend. I need to sign up for Fight Plus because that is actually a really damn good deal when you look at it. I mean,
for what you get, absolutely. All the independent wrestling you get for what, $10?
It's like $15 a month. Something. $9.99. I don't know, but it's not. It's less than Netflix. It's less than 20, and it comes with the entire GCW catalog on top of that too.
Yes, please.
Stupid. I need to get that, but no, lots of stuff going on there. So please, as always, support local wrestling, support independent wrestling. A lot of people you saw tonight are going to be in independent shows. I'm thinking of one person in particular, but let's talk about Go Home for Double or Nothing.
But before we do that,
okay, let's back up.
I think we should talk a little bit about what happened this past weekend with New Japan Strong.
Okay, yeah, now, this was partially brought up in the show, but let's start with this. Go.
Yeah. So the big news was we saw Mercedes Moné. It was a fatal four-way, right? Mercedes Moné.
I think it was a 4-person tournament is what it was.
Well, I thought there was like 4 people in the match.
I couldn't remember how it
I didn't watch it, and I'm going to lie. And I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I watched it. It was phenomenal. Like,
there's 4 people involved somehow in a title picture. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So you had Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné at the end. And Mercedes Moné did not win.
No.
Willow Nightingale is your new first ever crowned New Japan Strong Women's Champion.
I mean, did that surprise you at all?
100%.
Especially after she dropped the New Japan regular title. A New Japan Strong. Okay, this makes sense. Strong's an LA-based thing. Cool, right? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
No. Our girl Willow.
I love me some Willow. Like, I need more Willow in my life. That's like, again, I love Willow, but the big story out of the whole thing that they fear, I have not seen if it's been confirmed or not, so you might be able to give us some more information on this.
Okay.
There was a fear that Mercedes Moné broke her ankle on a spot, and they said she had an ankle injury, but they didn't necessarily say if it was broken. Somebody said they fear it's a broken ankle.
Well, and I haven't. Good news, bad news, if it is, because you played sports and you through college and your daughters are sports. You know, if you're gonna break something, an ankle is not the end of the world to break, right? You know,
it kind of sucks though.
It sucks, but it's not one of those like like a ligament or something like that. That's devastating. That's something. Breaking an ankle because there's so many bones. It's like your wrist. There's so many little small bones there, and it could be nagging, but it's not necessarily like, well, we won't see her for another year, sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, there's been no confirmation about any sort of breakage. There's been no confirmation about anything other than like the typical hockey lower body injury bullshit, right? It's like, so whatever it is being kept very close to the chest, either out of a state of absolute caution or because it's bad. I don't know.
There's reason for hope for me on this one that it is not as bad as initially reported as a potential broken ankle, because they did do a little vignette about it. Willow winning it, the New Japan Strong on Dynamite, and they mentioned Mercedes Moné by name,
first time
by name on AEW.
And we're 2 months out, 3 months out? No, 2 months out from Forbidden
not even.
Door. Is Forbidden Door in June? I thought it was in July. I thought Forbidden Door was July, and then August is All In.
June 25th.
Oh, June 25th. I thought it was
I'll be in Colorado when it's going on.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, so we're about a month out. Right at a month out. Let's be real. Okay.
And they announced Mercedes Moné's name for the first time ever in AEW.
Showed her picture on TV as well.
Yeah. So that makes me feel like she's going to be a Forbidden Door.
I feel like that's the spot for her.
And there's so here's the thing too. I got some good hot takes today. Hopefully
he's not saucy tonight, but he's got some hot takes. Okay, good.
Because I feel like the tonight's show, going back to Dynamite, we'll go full circle back to Dynamite here. I feel like it was a setup show not only for Double or Nothing, but they're starting to plant the seeds for Forbidden Door as well.
Long-term booking, perhaps. Finally,
and I have the ultimate hot take.
Ooh.
That
all right,
I think
I got my button ready, so
might spin Heather's head.
Well, we'll
in
get
like the most positive way ever. I'm hoping this might be my moment to make Heather's head pop with excitement.
Please don't send Heather to the ER tonight. Let's
I got goals.
Blood pressure. Let's keep her blood pressure below 150 over 100. Okay, okay. So, oh, she's challenging you here. Okay, all right. Well, why don't we just get into the show then? Let's start talking about it. You're right. This was more of a prototypical go home in a lot of ways, but I don't think it was like, okay, for those of you who've been with us, we talked about this before, but we've hearkened on AEW in the past for their go home shows for just being blah, right? Just a series of vignettes and video packages, and it's like, okay, we know there's a pay-per-view coming up this weekend, but do something.
In fairness, their last two have been solid, and so is this one.
So they've got the recipe down. There was a good amount of video package and bullshit like that, right? But it wasn't terrible. I didn't feel like any of it, and there was actually some really good wrestling tonight.
Very good wrestling. But let's just start off with, let's just do this. I think it's
You gonna get the hot take out of the way?
No.
Oh, okay.
Worst vignette of the night. I'm gonna count down to 3, and we both say what we think at the same time.
Worst
okay, ready?
vignette of the night. Worst vignette.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wardlow.
Jungle Boy. Damn it.
I'm sorry. I thought Wardlow's was worse. They were equally bad in my opinion, but
Wardlow's
I used to drive this road all the time, and when I
again, don't give those guys bikes right now.
Echo chamber. I don't know. Wardlow's was equally bad for me. It was just okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take that letter, shove it down your throat, and RS is gonna put up the 4 horsemen sign because that's a thing. And it's like, okay,
that was god awful, but yeah, that was really bad.
That was bad.
But like, I went to Double or Nothing at the hardest point in my life. It's like, yeah, we get it, dude.
Yeah,
your dad died. Like,
both of us have lost a parent. We know. Okay.
Tough. I understand it's tough, dude, but like, to call it out and trying to get a sympathy card right now, not what we're going for.
Right.
All right. So how about this? Worst in-ring segment. Or
worst in-ring segment. Are you doing the countdown again? Or
not vignette. Okay, so not vignette, but on premises segment. How about that?
Okay, whether it's in the ring or backstage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara.
I'm not for sale. Like, bitch, you are too. Your wife's got a fucking OnlyFans, for God's sake. Come on.
I mean,
she's smart, so.
She's smart, yeah. Smart. Okay, all right. Let's flip it. Best vignette.
Best vignette. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Willow Nightingale.
Tony Storm.
Okay. Tony Storm was good too, but I put Willow Nightingale just because we got to see the news of Willow Nightingale.
I will rip off your arm and eat it. For the win. I'm sorry.
Because Tony's not the best talker at all times, right? Because she's very short in how she talks, right? She doesn't really do a lot of talking, which that's the style. That's cool. I don't care one way or the other. But when she does, every once in a while, she can bring it. And
she packed a wallop with that one. All right. Heather's right. Jungle Boy makes me actively want to leave the room. See, she's on my team with that.
Oh, I'm not saying his promo was good at all. I just thought Wardlow's was equally as bad. And the 4 horsemen thing was just like, come on, stop. Arn, do you not have any money left? What are you doing, Arn? Come on.
Yes. All right. Best in-ring segment. I know we're going to be different because one of mine is because I have a hot take on it.
Okay. Best in-ring or live promo?
Yeah, in-ring / live.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
BCC.
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is good too. I said BCC. I just the backstage promo they did there, and Moxley just being, oh man, so good. But
so.
All right,
here we go. Hot take 1.
Is this a Mark Stradamus hot tape or just a spitting fire?
This is me.
Oh, we're spitting fire here. Look out. Okay. Make sure you're seated, Heather, please.
I believe this whole Ricky Starks and the Bullet Club Gold thing, because I think They are beating in Ricky Starks to be part of Bullet Club Gold.
I can see that.
I think that's what they're doing to make him prove his worth to be a part of that team. And then they are going to be a three-head monster going up against the Bullet Club in the Forbidden Door.
I can see that. I can see that.
He did shriek.
I love Juice Robinson's Ricky yell. Ricky! Ricky! The crazy eyes that Juice gets. I mean, Juice is a fantastic wrestler. And his oh god, he's so great. He's so great. I think that's a very sharp point, you know? I mean, cuz to kind of go along on that track, what's the point of continuing this if it's not to get to, like, what's the end game here? Are you just stringing along because you don't know what to do with them? Or is there a plan, i.e. beating in Ricky Starks?
Because you and I are Bullet Club fans, right? There's rules. There's rules.
You get beat in, you get beat out.
You get beat out, right?
Yep.
The way this is going, it just dawned on me tonight. Like, the way they keep attacking him, keep doing this. Like, they're like, it's not over. It's not over until we say it's over. Yeah, because you want him to be a part of Bullet Club Gold. And the thought of Ricky Starks being a Bullet Club Gold literally could be the most attractive team ever assembled in all of wrestling.
Well, and it does a few things as well with that, okay? We have pontificated enough in the past about the ascension of Ricky Starks, right? Put him up on that pedestal. Well, you put him on the, you know, well, what does that even mean? But no, we keep putting him on the pedestal to eventually be that, you know, kind of baby rock going up with MJF, and, you know, I still think it's in the cards, right? But, you know, when you have that, it's like, what do you do with that, right? He's not there to carry by himself. He can't carry a pay-per-view marquee yet. MJF can.
Yep.
I know somebody that's close to him that can, and Mr. Abs himself, Jay White, right? And it does good for him to be around with that. It keeps Jay White occupied and, you know, kind of eliminates some of those questions, you know, that the outsiders are. Well, if this is the guy, why is he doing mid-card shit, right? You know, and it's not really mid-card stuff. You know, he's basically grooming the future face of the company, right? So what better way to do that than with a shirt? If they don't beat him in with a reveal of a black with shiny gold Bullet Club logo on it t-shirt, I am going to lose my ever-loving mind.
As you should, because that's the only black shirt I'll buy. But
where's the shirt?
So here's my long-term booking.
Okay.
So I'm with Heather. I thought Ricky was going to be the guy, but now I'm starting to lean more towards Adam Cole, because Adam Cole's getting ready to get the Jericho rub, and typically anybody who gets the Jericho rub instantly goes into...
Adam Cole's never been out of this picture, is my argument. But sorry.
I mean, he had a 9-month delay.
True.
But so my thinking is this: the Bullet Club Gold will be a trio, and then, you know, they're going to face off against Bullet Club at Forbidden Door, and that will be plenty of time to set up a beautiful long-term story between the Bullet Club Gold and the House of Black at All In.
All right, so you're calling that for London.
Trio. It makes so much sense. Trio.
It will happen at some point in time. Absolutely.
That's a perfect time to have House of Black drop the belts right there to Bullet Club, which would give Ricky Stark's medal. It would give
Jay White
Juice medal. And Jay White, you know, get them at gold, baby, and then, you know, it gives them some more legitimacy to get them up, because they are the next guys. They are, but, like, let's get them a journey together. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it kind of like, you know, I know we keep going back to Attitude Era stuff, but it's kind of that, you know, teenage years of AEW where it's kind of along the same lines, right?
Yeah.
So think about going back then because they had Rock with the IC title for about 7 months or so, give or take, is what he was bouncing before he moved into the picture with Austin and Undertaker and Triple H, right? And that's a common thread. That's what Goldberg went through back in the day. That's what Bret Hart went through back in the day. So that's what Shawn Michaels did, right? So it's an age-old passage. You got to give them something to kind of hold that until you're ready to move them into the big picture. I think it's good. I think that Adam Cole's never been out of the picture, even though he's been physically out of the picture.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that should hinder Ricky moving into that picture eventually when he's there too, right?
Yeah.
You can have a multifaceted kind of going between Adam Cole, MJF, Ricky Starks, maybe Jay White. Maybe they have a falling out and that leads to something else, right? So I know I'm getting way far ahead of myself and I'm gonna stop right now. But I think that's a good path for him. I think Ricky in BC Gold is a win for everybody, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it. And it sneakily hit me today because I felt like, okay, what do they do with this? And then just kind of like, oh wait, Bullet Club Gold. Like this makes so much sense now. Like clearly, I can see since the rain is gone.
Mm-hmm. That makes a good point too, because you always have the elite because there's the whole elite thing from the elite separating from Bullet Club, right? And they've always had tentative relationship with Jay White, and so it's I think
so there's plenty of ways they can go with this, but I would really love to see Bullet Club Gold get gold at All In. Makes a lot of sense to me, with Ricky and all of them. But so let's just talk about the main event for Double or Nothing right now. Since we've had these vignettes, we also had MJF have a promo, which MJF's promo is fine.
It was the same thing we got for the past couple of weeks. MJF comes out because a fantastic promo, gets jumped by Darby, gets jumped by Sammy, gets jumped by Bull. Okay,
yeah.
We know it. It's a 4-way. We get it.
It's like, I want to talk about it, but honestly, FTR's is better than what happened here. Because I actually have another hot take on that. But there's no way MJF is dropping this belt. Like,
no,
there's no way in hell. Like, they're trying their damnedest to say that all of them are gonna work together to make it happen. Nope, no way, ain't happening. Not today, not tomorrow.
When they were doing their individual promos, I'm thinking in my head, it's like, who could I believe? Let's say MJF does it. Who could I believe would take this belt and run with it? I can't think of any one of the three of them, right?
Nope.
I just don't see it. So
yeah, I was more distracted. He's climbing Mount Everest too. It's like, and then Darby really made me feel really damn old. I graduated high school in 2011. It's like, you know what? You kiss my ass.
All that good stuff I said about you for the last 3 weeks, gone. See you, buddy.
God, yeah.
Well, let's talk about FTR then. There are matches, I swear. There was a great match. We're gonna get to great wrestling.
We're gonna actually talk wrestling, but let's just talk about these promos because FTR's was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Oh my god.
The call out of TNA flunkies.
It's double TNA call out. So Dax, yes. I love Dax, and he don't give a shit, right? So he called them a couple of rejects. He's like, no way in hell we're going to lose these titles to a couple of rejects from TNA.
Yes.
I appreciate actually uttering the letters TNA on TV, right? Fuck.
Same.
Impact doesn't even do that shit anymore.
yeah. Anything.
And then he talks about the true queen, how Jeff Jarrett's going to go running back to the queen of the mountain. Not that bitch of a wife you have, but the true queen, Dixie Carter. And I'm like,
and everybody's like, oh, I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
It's like one of the biggest wrestling snaps ever. Like, oh, even the Dixie Carter.
Yeah, and then as they're talking, here comes the good old boy Briscoe, and like, why'd you power bomb me? Why'd you power bomb me? It's like, I was blind, whatever, blah blah blah. And they started just talking, And then out of nowhere,
well, he goes, "Shake my hand like a man."
like, shake my hand like a man. And he pushed it away. He's like, no, you're not gonna do this to me on TV. Shake my hand like a man.
Like a man.
And then he slaps him in the face like a bitch.
Walks out of the ring, shoves Karen Jarrett to the side, which every wrestling fan's wanted to do for 2 decades.
Yes, that was nice.
Goes up, slaps the shit out of Jeff Jarrett, and then stops at Jay Lethal. I don't care about any of these jokers. You're my boy. You're better than this. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Once again,
I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, they're dropping this whole Jay Lethal breaking, going single, or maybe Jay and Mark form a mega power type relationship. I know, I couldn't think of a better analogy because he trademarked black machismo, for God's sake.
That's right, brother. Yeah, so that's exactly my take on this whole thing was 100%. 2 guys. All right, we got 2 guys that are enemies, but they're going to come together and form what I'm liking to call the mega powers.
So, that it just, everything is pointing to that, right? That's the way they're going to be doing it. Mark's done plenty of singles wrestling ROH stuff, but he's a tag guy.
Yeah, and I think this would be better for him and Lethal, honestly, because I think it would put Lethal over, especially if he goes with the Black Machismo. Oh, dude. If he goes Black Machismo, it's over. Like, you think about the pops that are the Acclaimed, our good friends, the Acclaimed, we're getting.
Oh.
Well, pale in comparison to Black Machismo.
Black Machismo and the Sussex County Chicken. I mean, come on.
Got to
so
have
good,
it.
so good. So that was good fun. I'm a lot more excited for this match than I was when it first was kind of matriculating. They gave it time to percolate, and to the credit, something we've complained about for years: story building, long-term story. This isn't super long, but this is extended story building to get to this point. Cool. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Heather did bring up Jericho, but I do want to save that because I have thoughts about
Let's
that.
talk about some matches. How about that? Because there was some.
Let's talk wrestling, shall we?
There was 5 matches, and there was not a bad match of the night.
Not at all.
They were great.
And my God, the opener was a certified banger.
Now, I still have a problem with the whole Orange Cassidy because I know he's not going to lose this title, especially before a title defense. But
it didn't matter. It was so good.
The
double tombstone.
I know. Well, Kyle Fletcher is so underrated, and newly single wrestler, get better fuck.
the second half of Aussie Open.
I knew this is anyway, but yeah, his teammate is out for a while, but yeah, my God, this match went so hard, and just from the start too, and it was fantastic. Orange Cassidy, of course, won, right? But it was a fantastic back and forth. Oh, so good, so good.
This match, the pacing was insane. That's probably the best way I could put it. The pacing of this match was insane. It was hot, heavy from the jump. It slowed down for maybe 10 seconds, and then it was just back going. And the top rope moves that they did with the
Michinoku
DDT,
driver was
the Michinoku driver.
hard.
Yeah, it was sick. Like, there were so many good things, and the fact. So this is the type of match Darby Allin should be having, where there's plenty of offense by both guys, but he ekes out the win at the end. So that's the kind of matches that Darby should have been doing when he was champion, instead of just getting the shit kicked out of him and he finds a way to win at the last minute. I don't know. The Cassidy did that I forgot somebody.
It's the same thing he beat. Was the same thing he beat Jay White or Juice with, whereas like kind of like it was like a back roll up, but he turned it into like a roll up with a crossed leg,
like a figure
lock.
figure 4 lock pin,
so that they can't kick out. So it's not necessarily a sneaky pin, but it is a sneaky-ish pin because he does the back reverse, but then he cross and grabs the legs like super fast, right? Shows you the kind of athlete Orange Cassidy is, but that's like his new thing. I mean, he's won 2 straight matches with that, so I'm for it.
On to the next match, because I know that they're gonna have a casino battle royale or whatever, blackjack battle royale, 21 participants. There's no Joker in this one, is there? Is there still a Joker?
I don't think there's going to be a Joker.
Because if there's a Joker, maybe this is where Kota Ibushi shows up.
You were trying to work him in somehow to this show.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You heard the latest news on Kota Ibushi? So.
You can break my heart right now?
I'm not going to totally break your heart because the source is not necessarily the most... I don't really know who this guy is necessarily. But this guy has been reporting a lot of stuff recently on Twitter. It says that apparently, according to him and his source, now this is not coming from SRS or Metzler or any of that shit. So take it with whatever grain of salt you will. I took it with a big one. He's still in communication with WWE and has interest in WWE.
There's no way.
Especially if they allow him to train people. That's what I heard. I don't believe that.
No way.
Don't believe that. But I'm putting it out there just like it was put out in front of me.
You know why he won't go there? Because if he shows up, you know what people are going to do?
Who's this?
Who's this Japanese guy?
They don't.
Same thing they did with Shinsuke, which really hurt my heart.
I know.
Shinsuke is amazing. But that's what they're going to do. And whereas he goes to AEW, people are like, oh, that's me. That would be me.
He yelled so hard he cut out his own microphone. That was fantastic. No, I agree. I'm with you. I'm just saying that was put out there. So I just wanted to regurgitate it. I don't believe... Well, we'll talk about it at the end of the show, okay? You already made mention about Bullet Club Go and what you think. What do you think about the little tweaks they did to the House of Black, to the House Rules match? They fucked with the lighting a little bit, and I loved it.
I loved the lighting, because I was like, what is going on with the lighting there? Because it's like, that's a little psychedelic. And then it's like, that's cool live. That's cool to see on TV, but if I was one of the people...
That would suck.
I would be so pissed. I was like...
Because you know what happened. The way our luck goes, I'd be in the shade and Jamie would be in the light stripe, like right next to me.
Like, what's going on, man? I can't even see.
And I'm like, oh. I love
that little girl sitting down pouting.
I know, right? I love the so the stipulate is Blake Christian. Fantastic to always see Blake Christian anyway. Blake Christian, AR Fox, and Metalik. Their stipulation.
Sorry.
I know. King of the ropes. Their stipulation was basically a Lucha Rules match. 1 in, 1 out. No tag necessary. Somebody's in the match. Someone's in the ring. Whatever. I liked that. Even though House of Black is like halfway just like, fuck it. Here's a tag. Right?
Yeah. So that match, the thing I loved about that match was the ending. Because
I know you would.
As a fan of submission wrestling, you know what's better than 1 submission?
2.
You know what's better than the 2?
All 3.
All 3. And then speaking of submissions, Buddy Matthews did his girlfriend's submission, and I was here for it. I was like, that's Rhea's submission. I forgot what she calls it, but it's so good.
Did you catch on commentary, Excalibur was trying to like doing He like for a second there was going to call it what Rhea calls it. He like a version of Texas Cloverleaf reversed, and it's like
Oh, and Heather, you're welcome. Yes. So like that was awesome. Like all of them did some variation of a submission. I still love Brody King just doing the hangman. Like that's still one of the sickest things I think is out there.
It's so good, especially because it's not something you can do for everybody, right? And he always does it to a little guy, which is fantastic. And he did it to Blake Christian, and but it was,
who sold the shit out of it, by the way.
Blake got a raw deal from NXT because that's the whole NXT 2.0 bullshit and whatever, you know. But he's been killing it in GCW. He's been out doing a lot of shows along the West Coast as well, up at Defend and down in Gorillas. So I love me some Blake Christian, and it's always great to see him. Prism Trap is what Rhea's finisher is.
Prism Trap?
That's what Heather said.
Interesting. It feels like
it was called something different in NXT.
Yeah, it's like very Pink Floydish.
Well, she is kind of Dark Side of the Moon now, so
he is.
No matter what, the move is simply the best. So
simply the best.
Rest in peace, Tina.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Women's match.
Which, first off, getting to see Lady Frost on AEW Dynamite made my heart incredibly happy.
With an entrance, too.
With an entrance. That's exactly where I was going to go. Because she's been winning a lot on Ring of Honor. She's been on Ring of Honor, getting some dubs. And she finally is going on Dynamite, going against Taya Valkyrie, who's getting set up to be able to actually do her finishing move and win the damn title. Upcoming at Double or Nothing against one Jade Cargill.
This match got a lot more airtime than I was expecting it to, which made me happy because I wanted to see it. But let's be real. A little bit is Taya. Lady Frost is very good as well. Maybe just writing it also, but I mean, they're putting Lady over. They're putting Frost over big.
Well, she's phenomenal, and like the crowd was into her. I mean, obviously we're into her, but
we've always loved Lady Frost.
Yeah, I would love to get her on the show. But
to hurry before she signs that contract with AEW.
I know. But the big thing that I got out of this whole match, and of course this is just Jamie just noticing little things. This match was so hard. Freaking Taya Valkyrie lost one of her eyelashes. Did anybody else notice this thing?
I did not.
The only one who noticed her right eye's eyelash.
Yeah,
was
sorry. The man with
gone.
3 teenage daughters and another younger one. Yeah, no, you definitely noticed it. I had no idea to just this very moment.
Yeah, like she's sitting there, like she's looking. I'm like, hey, that eye looks a little different. And it's like, oh wait, she doesn't have her fake eyelashes on that eye. I felt like I was the only one who noticed it at the time. I'm like, that was so cool. Like it was actually a cool little effect. Like it was almost like a Clockwork Orange. You know how she had like one eye down.
Yeah, a little Malcolm stuff going on. You know what? For not having 2 women's matches, I mean, you could have had 2 women's matches, Tony. I'm just saying.
Not tonight.
You could have scrapped Jungle Boy and Wardlow and had another women's match.
But you have to make them sound important.
I appreciate getting good women's matches instead of just having a women's match as Jade Cargill squashing the shit out of somebody, right? Local talent number 17. So it was good. So, all right. Do you want to save the main event? Do you want to save Adam Cole for the end?
I want to save Adam Cole for the end, but let's talk about the announcement, shall we?
Dum.
Tony Khan comes on again, and he's like, "Oh, we've announced the road of Collision, but we have not announced the official first episode on June 17th, and that'll be at none other than the United Center in Chicago, like no one saw coming at all."
CM Punk to AEW confirmed. Okay.
Yes, literally something came out this morning saying Punk good to go.
Right, I saw that on the WrestlingNews.co, and yep.
You know, and here again, you know, he's money. He might be a complete dick bag, but boy does he bring in the money.
and play into that shit. Fuck it.
Yes.
Come out and be an asshole. You'll get a pop in Chicago no matter what you do. That's your whatever, right? But oh my God, it's one of those things. If he had said anything else, if he would have said St. Louis and you and me were going to find a way to go to it, or at least I would. I don't know about you.
Oh no, I would find a way.
They would have said it's going to be at the Dome in St. Louis, or the Savvis Center in Enterprise Center in St. Louis, or Detroit, or New York City, right? Okay, CM Punk's not coming back. Second you say United Center Chicago, I go, yeah, they're good. They got Punk back. He's signed on the dotted line. Let's go.
Yeah, it's easily Punk. So that place is gonna be sold out. Yay. All right, so quickly on to another solid, very technical, beautiful match. It made my technical heart very happy. Yes. Slow pacing, but again, it's technical, so it doesn't have to be a fast-paced match. Had that very old school flair. I really enjoyed it. That's Roderick Strong versus Daniel Garcia.
Did it feel like Roderick Strong was fighting Roderick Strong from 7 years ago?
100%. Like, it was weird.
Like Garcia did a backbreaker on Roderick Strong, and I go, that's some Freaky Friday shit. Because it was fantastic. And I'm just like, wow. I saw your comment, Heather. I was trying to I
just read it. It's like, damn it. All right,
she's not wrong. But no, it was great. And like I said, we love Daniel Garcia. I think it's great too. Just putting us out here. Roderick Strong, undefeated in AEW.
Roderick. Sorry. I can't do it.
I mean, if you come out of Double or Nothing with that belt, Orange, I have a challenger for you. I don't think Roddy should take the title off him, but I think I just want to see it.
I just want a storyline. I just want one storyline.
You want one
storyline? I want Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy and storyline with anybody out there.
He was in one with Jericho. Remember the Orange?
That was like 2 years ago.
I know. That was the last one.
I think the last story that Orange Cassidy has been in was his battle with Adam Cole for the AEW Games Video Game Champion title belt on AEW Games' Twitch channel.
Right.
That's literally the last long-term story he's been in.
Speaking of video games, hopefully everybody saw Fight for the Fallen will be coming out at the end of June.
Did you see? So earlier today, I don't know if we work, but if I don't have a meeting going on, I like to have stuff in the background. I had AW Games on, and Orange Cassidy, ironically, and Evil Uno did a playthrough of it, kind of an actual full live. This is the actual end product video game demo.
Oh,
it looks good. It looks like it's. I'm gonna buy it. I'm 100% buy it. I just hope there's cross. I wonder if there's gonna be cross.
Most of them aren't.
I don't know any that are. I mean, probably not, but it'd be really cool if this one was.
Yeah.
Or at least if you could I want to see what the creative builder is, the creative wrestler is.
Me too.
And if you can like download from, somebody made one on PC, if you can download on Xbox or PS5. I don't know. Anyway.
All I know is I'm making myself as a wrestler. And I think everybody and their mother knows exactly what my finisher is. And damn Skippy.
It's a back elbow. No.
Yeah. A spinning back elbow. Yeah.
All right. So main event was JJ's wet dream kind of a match sort of thing.
Yeah, because it had everything I like with Claudio and
Wheeler.
With Wheeler, and it has everything that you like, which also I do like as well, in the Lucha Brothers and Penta and Rey Fenix, who still unconfirmed if he's human or not.
I think it's confirmed he's not. I think we
have we got the confirmation? Yeah,
maybe still be out there.
I mean, he kind of proved it again tonight. So,
and it's nice when you get further west because it's just. That's more and more Lucha Bros territory. So Vegas, that's all them. And it was
cool. Lucha Country.
It's Lucha Country, and man, they showed up. Like the step up backbreaker, like stepping over Wheeler to do a Canadian Destroyer on Claudio. Like you would have thought that would have been the other way around, what I just described. No. Penta did a Canadian Destroyer on Claudio, stepping over the back of Wheeler. that's just a sampling of how insanely good this match was. Claudio was fantastic. Ray Phoenix, not human. Wheeler is the most improved person I've seen in AEW.
Yeah, you and I bitched about him, saying he needed to do something. As soon as you went to Blackpool Combat Club, he became the Wheeler Yuta you and I have seen at New Japan Strong.
Yes.
And he's taken it to a completely different level now.
100%, right?
And he is so damn good. And I'm so happy for this guy. He deserves all of his flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's very good. Now, it was the win, maybe tainted, but it was. And he had Danielson on commentary the whole time, which is fantastic. He does his little tribute to William Regal when he first sits down, which I love. But the win was capped off by the Young Bucks coming out from underneath and holding Claudio so he couldn't get in there and break up. Lucha Brothers get the victory.
Yeah, and then Claudio eats multiple super kicks to the day. To which, of course, John Moxley, not too happy about it, cuts another big promo about how they're the elite, blah, 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 setting it up, selling more seats. That match is going to fuck. We already know it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way it's not going to.
It's not going to be the main event, though. They've already announced and they're determined to have the Four Pillars match in the night. So, be that as it may. So all this was one last thing to get to. Or what
there is. Oh, Heather put Heat Seeker. See, that's long-term storytelling, ladies and gentlemen, because she knows how I feel about that. You said that. Oh, we're on the same team, Heather.
Right. So if we can't share across each other, I'm gonna make us as a tag team, and your finisher will be the Heat Seeker. I'll do that if we can't share across platforms.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll make yours like some boring ass moves. Yeah, you went with a headlock.
Do like a wrist takeover, a wrist lock or something.
A snap nair.
All right, so
let's talk Adam Cole Jericho signing, because
highlight of the night for sure.
I had lots of little things, but go into it.
Okay, so unsanctioned match, but they still got to do a contract signing. It's like a indemnification clause. They got to waive, AEW responsibility or whatever. Right. Okay, cool. Right. So they come out and Toshimai's in there and they're like, everybody's agreed. There's going to be no physical contact. We're going to get right to it. And then he says, we're going to start off. Adam Cole. Adam just grabs the thing, doesn't even read it, opens up, signs it, and has the mic in his hand. And this is where things went from good to great real fast, because we got Adam Cole promo godliness going on. He just went to town, and I loved every second of it.
The way, so here's the thing with Adam Cole. This is one of the reasons why I love him so much. He is what I call an emotional wrestler,
Yeah.
And he does everything. He is his promos. You don't necessarily just hear them, you feel them. And that reminds me of old Rock. Like before Rock got really super corporate, but like you felt his promos more than you heard his promos. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I felt that same style. And old Jericho, like WCW Jericho's, like I felt his stuff, but that's different. This is just beautiful. And, I have no clue what the hell Jericho was wearing. Other than, he was pointy. He was pointy, fellas.
He was pointy as hell. He had spikes. And Heather can't get over it, because it was not a great look. Let's be real. This is from a guy who spent a lot of time in college going to the local punk club in Columbia, Missouri, and I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. Those spikes were all over the place and just weird. So
it was weird. And then like when Jericho started talking, like I hate to say it, it was good from Jericho. Don't get me wrong, but it's like they missed. I feel like Jericho missed. They had a much bigger opportunity to make it more, even though Adam Cole was selling, like he was super hot and everything like that. Like I felt like Jericho could have went for even more cheap heat. I guess that's probably the best way I could say it. But he didn't, and like I don't know if I'm grateful for it or not.
I don't think he needed to is the thing, because then you get into a promo off, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the point of this whole feud in general, right? The point of this feud is keep Adam Cole busy and sustained, right? You know, get him that good rub, that good bump in there, but also they're making sure, and I'm pretty sure that by now they know for sure, they would know for sure if there's any sort of repercussions from his stuff, and he's good. Yeah. He's good to go.
Yeah.
So I think that that's the whole point of this here. And Jericho's smart. He knows the business. He knows the game. I think he understands that as well. So it's not to impede the movement they're doing with Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just enough to keep it alive. But it keeps the focus on Cole. Because Cole's promo was, woo! So
Cole's
good.
Great. Like
and Jericho's
wasn't so good.
And Jericho's wasn't bad. Shows a video and calls, keeps calling him a worthless man and this and that. What type of man doesn't lift a finger to help his woman? So get all that.
Yeah.
And then of course it ends with our surprise of the night, right? So you got bad math because there's anything goes. There's not unsanctioned. There's 5 of us and there's 2 of you. You stupid idiot, right? He didn't say that. He should have.
I know.
He almost did a List of Jericho reference there when he's getting ready to sign it. Did you catch that?
Yes.
He started to, but then he pulled it back. Like, no, give me the list.
You just made the list.
So Cole says, there is 5 of you and there's 2 of us. So that's why I made a phone call. Stop. Full stop. What did you think of that very second where he said, I made a phone call?
O'Reilly and Fish. I
thought for sure Red Dragon, right? 100%.
Yeah.
I still have no idea if O'Reilly where he's at health wise, but
yeah,
I'm like, it's the perfect opportunity, right? No, call someone who lives in Vegas, and somebody who
was that Val Venus?
I was not expecting this. I don't know where the connection to this comes in at all, other than there's Tony's going through his like childhood notebooks and just checking off lists. Is what this feels like a little bit, because this guy is homicidal. He's
suicidal.
No, suicidal is the third one. Homicidal,
suicidal, genocidal.
Genocidal. I thought genocidal was second. Okay, no fucking way. Sabu. Sabu's going to be the special enforcer at Double Nothing.
So okay,
love Sabu. I love him to death. But
Sabu, like I love it because I'm an old ECW mark, but
I know that.
The fuck, man, like that's where I'm at. Like that dude can barely walk now from what he did to himself. I don't get it. Yeah, Daddy Magic did take that chair shot pretty hard to the face.
I mean, Sabu is throwing the chair into plenty of people's faces too. So I mean. This is Sabu. This is Sabu, who's from Barbed Wire Massacre match fame, right? Or whatever they called it in ECW. I know that when he was in TNA, he did him and Abyss did the whole barbed wire everywhere, including the ropes match. They called it Barbed Wire Massacre.
Yeah, I'm wondering because I mean it's still 3-on-5, so I feel like Red Dragon will make an appearance or somebody of that ilk at Double or Nothing to back them up.
Right. I don't know who else it could really be, but Red Dragon is the most obvious. I know Fish, he left on good terms, right, when he left AEW. So he can always come back. And I think that honestly, you've got Roddy. What's the harm in getting the whole band back together? It just depends on Kyle's health, honestly. I have no idea where he is.
No one does.
No way he does.
It's quiet, which is not a bad thing.
It could be. I mean, it's been a while, so he could be right around the corner, and this would be the pop they come out. We get the
all of them singing together. And maybe not necessarily doing,
but they do the 4-person pose with the Boom, Roddy, and then Fish and O'Reilly on the. Oh my God, give me that.
Yeah, jizz in my pants.
But Sabu is your special enforcer for Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be out there as the pins, ladies and gentlemen, just trying to, keep the peace. All right. So that was Dynamite. We officially have a full card for Double or Nothing. So how do you feel about this card now?
Let's go through the card real fast. Okay, so you've got Taya Valkyrie versus Jade Cargill. Late announcement thrown out there on the internet, or I think it was post Rampage. But you got Jade Cargill, Taya Valkyrie. You've got Wardlow versus Christian Cage in a ladder match. You've got Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, Women's Championship. You have the Black Jack Battle Royal. I'm going to butcher the name of that 18 times.
It's always the Casino Battle Royale. Now
I know. It's like, I don't even... Yeah, but Black Jack Battle Royal for the TNT title. You got the Mark Briscoe on a pole. I mean, Mark Briscoe is special referee with Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus FTR. You have Anarchy in the Arena. BCC and Elite. You've got the Four Pillars match of Doom for the AEW World Championship, and I'm missing one there. Adam Cole and Jericho.
Yep.
Unsanctioned. It's not a bad card, honestly. You got 2 women's matches. You don't have 17 matches. At least not yet.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
I think my complaint a little bit recently with some of these pay-per-views is just there's so goddamn much, It's like, and I understand you want to get everybody airtime on the pay-per-view. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
13 match cards are too much, man. It's just all like, remember we watched Revolution, not this past one, the one before, and it was like it was like almost WrestleMania length, right?
It was ridiculous.
I mean, so I feel like it's a solid card. I think Anarchy Arena is going to fuck. I think Jericho and Cole's going to be good.
Mm-hmm,
I think the tag match is going to be the surprise match of the night.
Yeah. I'm low-key really, really, really excited about Taya Valkyrie and Jade Cargill. Because I'm really, really hoping Tony Khan does not fuck this up. And gets that belt off of Jade.
I mean, you opened a door when Taya couldn't use her finisher, and it was actually a match that she was dominating in last time. So
I feel like this is the moment, and then they could put Jade into the main feud if they want, because that's always been the big play. Makes sense to me.
I mean, and we don't know what's going on with the brand split either, too, or how if it's going to be a full brand split, or we have heard conflicting stories and reports, and I don't trust any of it because who knows, right? So some of that may play into it, some of it may not. Do you think that they're going to take the belt off of Jamie, though?
No.
Okay, even with her injury?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't feel like they would. But the injury does give me a slight bit of pause. Because I think you can always do...
It's not real.
I thought it was real.
As far as I know, it's not real.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a no kayfabe stuff. Okay.
Oh.
Well, whatever it is. And then the final question I have for you, Jamie.
Okay.
It's not what should be the true main event, but Anarchy in the Arena. Are you sticking to your Kota Ibushi guns on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not. I'm like, I don't see it. I think it's just going to be straight 4-on-4.
I think there's going to be a moment where Kineska Takeshita comes out and something has to happen. Either right after the match, during the match, we will have Kota Ibushi at Double or Nothing.
Okay.
Yes. I'm willing it into existence.
Okay.
Willing it.
We shall see. And we're actually going to be back Sunday night. about a half hour or so after Double or Nothing wraps up. If you want to get exact, just follow us on Twitter. We'll let you know a little bit before, like as soon as it's over. Hey, we're going to go live in 30 minutes, right? But we'll be on live here on YouTube. We'll have the repost up as well. But we're going to go over. We haven't done our picks yet. We're going to do them this weekend because, Tony, this card is probably not done yet.
Yeah.
There's probably 4 more matches coming.
4 matches, yeah.
Well, the thing is, 8 matches. This is a very solid pay-per-view. 8 solid matches, 2 women's matches, right? They're going to have at least 1 or 2 match for a buy-in. So there's going to be at least a couple more matches out there, which whatever. Cool. Good. All right.
Yeah.
But we will let you know results of our picks as well as what we thought of the show. We'll go over the show real quick with you guys as well. So look out for that. But that's not all you should look out for from this channel, Jamie.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special announcement. We have an interview dropping this upcoming Tuesday because Monday is a holiday. We want to, memorialize.
Get your hot dogs and your American beers and shoot some fireworks.
Yes, and then watch my daughter's team lose in softball more than likely, because this is a tough one. But anyway,
Tuesday.
We have a AEW Dark alum, half of Hog and Dog, ladies and gentlemen. We have none other than the beautiful maned Matt Brannigan.
Oh, yes. And lots of good stuff was discussed there. I don't want to spoil anything because it's well worth your time. So
he calls out 2 people. That's all I'm going to say. He calls out 2 people he wants to wrestle.
He calls out 2 people. There also might have been a small feud that had developed mid show with one of us. I'm not going to say who or what or suspect why that could be. Who knows? But definitely, yes. This Tuesday in the AM, we'll be dropping that. So keep an eye out. It's fantastic. We took a little time off from doing interviews. Life had gotten a little busy. Some stuff's going on. Plus, we were looking at do some different things with our channel. If y'all remember, we were looking at some different types of avenues and different things. And, we just kind of circle back to, where we are right now. So we're getting back in the interview game. So anybody out there, too, you want us to interview somebody? Let us know who you want us to interview. Put it in there. Tag them on Twitter. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm in. I like it.
We do.
I like reaching out to people and get rejected. I was in high school. No, just kidding.
Story of my life, but no. So we'll be back on Sunday night. We got interview dropping Tuesday, and then we'll see you guys again, as always, every Wednesday. See. Well, first of all, see how the belt looks around my shoulder next week, because I will be winning that belt back come this month. It's gonna happen, Jamie. It's gonna happen.
No,
let it seep into you.
I am the raiding.
All right.
Defending.
So I need to make a button to mute you. I have a button to mute myself.
Disputed.
So I have a cough button
champion.
For me, but I need to have a mute Jamie button is what I need to put down here. So
yeah, don't tell my wife about that because she'll want that too.
It's patent pending. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you giving us some of your time. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down till Spotfest, I got 4 words for you. Kota Ibushi will happen. Willing it. Willing it.
Maybe.
No.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys Sunday.
Peace.